Hey y'all, welcome to Peyton Energetics. I'm Peyton, and in today's video, we are going to continue our look at the different categories of starseed soul missions. So today we are going to talk about the activators, the messengers, and the builders. But before we dive in, what are we even talking about when we talk about starseed soul missions? Because when you hear this, it sounds like something that you have to devote your entire life to. And it's something that you want to know what your mission is so that you can start doing it right away. When we talk about soul missions, a soul mission is just something that many starseeds come into this earth game intending to be of service in a particular way. And there are so many ways for starseeds to be of service in the world. Just being here is doing a huge service to humanity and helping support humanity through the ascension process. But what we have found as we have grown as a starseed community is that so many starseeds are here to be of service in particular ways. So that might mean that you set yourself up before you incarnated to be of service in a particular specific way. It may mean that you brought particular gifts into the Earth incarnation from your home star system. So when we talk about soul missions, we're not talking about something that you have to devote yourself to 24/7. We're talking about different options that you set up for yourself to help serve humanity in this incarnation. So think of your soul missions with flexibility and fun. This is not something that is a heavy weight you have to carry. It is just something that you might enjoy. It is something that you're probably particularly good at. So when we talk about soul missions, we're talking about different ways that starseeds can be of service to humanity. And those missions tend to fall under certain umbrellas. We have those starseeds who are here to teach and heal. And so that's one big category of soul mission. We have other starseeds who are here to work on planetary energies, to work on the planetary grids, to stabilize the new grid system. So sometimes we call those starseeds the grid workers. We have other starseeds who are here to be anchors of frequency, to hold a specific frequency or vibration and anchor that into the Earth grid. We call these starseeds anchors, or sometimes they're referred to as resonators. We also have some starseeds who are here to actually transmute negative energy for the entire collective. As you can imagine, that is a really big job. So these starseeds are the ones that we call transmuters. They are very skilled at taking negative energy into their physical body, cleaning it through their chakra system, and releasing it as light. So as you can see, there are many different ways that you can be of service as a starseed. That is just some examples to give you to prompt your intuition, because your starseed mission is as unique as you are. So you may find that your mission is completely different than any of the categories we've described, and that is absolutely perfect. Your mission is unique to you. For the most part, it's what you define it to be. So with these videos, it is just to give you some ideas, some things to jog your intuition, to prompt your inner guidance, to help you narrow in on some things that might be enjoyable to you, that might bring you a sense of fulfillment. Because your intuition and your higher self are always going to be guiding you to your soul's blueprint. So these videos are just to give you some suggestions, some things to play with in your mind, see what resonates with you, because so many starseeds are very, very driven to connect with their mission. It's one of the hallmark signs of the starseed that they know they're here to do something specific. They can't wait to start doing it. They just don't know what it is. So these videos are to give you some ideas to get your creative juices flowing, to show you some ways that you can bring your unique starseed talents into the world to be of service. So one of the categories of starseed mission that we haven't touched on yet is the category known as messengers. Now, this is one of those categories, unlike some of the others that we have covered, that's fairly self-explanatory. Starseeds who are here to be messengers are starseeds who are here to relay messages from the higher realms. So this might mean a starseed who brings through messages and downloads from spirit. This is something that we may see in our channels who are out there bringing in messages from the higher dimensions, or for starseeds who are mediums, who are skilled at helping people connect with loved ones who have departed. So these would all fall into the category of messengers. So you can think of messengers as starseeds who are a conduit or a connection to help the spirit realm, the higher dimensional realm, communicate with the human collective. And as you can imagine, there are so many different ways you can be a messenger. You may be someone who just enjoys sharing your intuitive downloads. So anyone who is able to get downloads and messages from the higher realms and shares those with the human collective, with the awakened collective, would qualify as a starseed messenger. Now, some signs that a starseed may be here to be a messenger can include things like being very intuitive. So starseeds who are very good at connecting with their intuition, connecting with their higher guidance, starseeds who are channels are very easily able to connect with other realms and dimensions and bring through messages. Something else that we may see with starseeds who are messengers is a sense of clairaudience. Now, if you know what the clairs are, as we talk about in intuitive practice, the clairs are how we describe different ways of translating energy. Now, most everyone has heard the word clairvoyance. So what that means, of course, is clear seeing. So people who get visions or who have dreams that come true are often said to be clear seers, clairvoyant. But one of the lesser known clairs, as we like to call them, is what's known as clairaudience. And that means clear hearing. So very often people who are starseed messengers have this ability of clairaudience, which means the ability to hear spirit. So this might mean that you are a channel, or that you can talk very easily with people's spirit guides. You can actually hear them communicating. So this is one of the less common ways to translate energy. Most people are, of course, very familiar with, clairvoyance or with feeling sensations in their body, which is what we call clairsentience. But clear hearing is also a way that we communicate with the higher realms. And very often, starseeds who are messengers have this ability of clear hearing. And this may also show up as being telepathic, which is something that we are seeing more and more people having the ability to do, to connect with and read thought forms. Because again, messengers who have set a soul intention to be able in this lifetime to connect with the non-physical realm often bring themselves into this incarnation with the gifts of being able to hear spirit, being able to hear thought forms, connect with thought forms, which is what we call telepathy. So these are some of the signs, if you have these particular special gifts, that you may be here to be a starseed messenger. And starseed messengers, this is one of those mission categories that may overlap with other mission categories. So if you are someone who is a messenger, you may find that you are also here to be a teacher and a healer. So always keep in mind that you don't have to be just one thing. So if you are resonating with several different missions, if they all sound good to you, they sound exciting, they're resonating, they could all be part of your soul's intention. So remember, this is unique, it's personal to you, and it's whatever you define it to be. Now, another category of starseed mission is what we call the activators. And this is such a fun category. So the activators are those starseeds who are here to awaken other people. These may be the starseeds that you see out on the public platforms, sharing information to prompt disclosure, and really trying to shine a light on everything that is dense and negative in our experience to help wake people up to their own power. So our activators are the mouthpieces of the starseed community. They are the ones who light the fire under other people. So very often they will be in roles where they are on public platforms, they are speaking out, sharing information, and they are very similar in a way to messengers in that they are out getting the message to the people. And so what separates messengers from activators is that the goal of the activator is to awaken others, to awaken the sleeping population. So messengers may be more in the vein of bringing through messages from the higher realms, but directing that to an already awakened audience. But the activators are the flame under the fire. They are the match that lights the fire. So activators are those who are seeking to awaken the sleeping masses. Now, very often, according to the guides, people who are here to be activators tended to have a very dramatic awakening experience themselves. Now, as you know, awakenings are as unique and individual as we are, and no two are the same. But very often, activators had a very dramatic and immediate awakening. So not one of these spiritual awakenings that took place over 5 or 10 years and gradually bloomed into an awakening consciousness. For our activators, a lot of times you will see they had a more jarring awakening. They had a more dramatic awakening. And so with that came the need to do the same for other people. So activators are kind of fun to watch in practice because they have a little bit of a different perspective than the rest of the starseed community often does. So some other things that are unique and special about activators are that they're very good at discernment. And so your activators are the ones who are shining the flashlight in the dark corner. A lot of times the activators are experts at discernment. They're experts at seeing through manipulation and deception and love to shine that light in any darkness they come across. So our activators are going to be the ones who are shining the spotlight on the troublemakers. So they are going to be trying to get people's attention. They are often very skilled, very good at seeing through manipulation, seeing through deception, seeing through the matrix, and trying their best to show other people how to do the same thing. So you could think of the activators as being the sparks of the starseed community, the ones who are lighting the fire under other people. So let me know in the comments below, what is your starseed mission? What is resonating with you? And how did you figure that out? I love hearing y'all's stories and your unique experiences with this because it helps all starseeds learn. So drop that in the comment box below. And while you're down there, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and a like button if you haven't done that yet. Now, our final category of starseed mission is what we sometimes call the builders. So our builders, as you could imagine, are those starseeds who are here to help build the new world. So starseed builders may be those of us who are really good at creating, and those starseeds who are the inventors, the ones who are coming up with the new systems that serve the whole. So our builders are hugely important members of the starseed community because they are the ones who are doing the on-the-ground work to create the new systems. So our builders are what you can think of as the architects of the new world. They are the ones who are coming up with the systems the structures that serve the whole rather than the old structures that served the few. So our builders, again, a very special category of starseed, and they are really helping pave the way to the new Earth. And finally, some other category of starseed missions. If you haven't heard one yet that has totally resonated with you, we also have starseeds who are here as guardians. So we have starseeds who are here to work with and protect the natural environment. So we have starseeds who are here to work with certain animal species. And we see so many beautiful starseeds who are working with the whales and with the dolphins. But we have starseeds that are working with all different kinds of our animal species to protect them, to safeguard them. We also have starseeds who are here to protect the natural environment, to protect our waterways, to protect our air, to protect our planet as a whole. So starseeds take so many shapes and forms that the list of starseed mission is endless. It extends as long and as wide as your imagination does. So some other kinds of starseeds that you may run into are what are known as watchers. So there are starseeds who are on the planet just to observe the shift. So these are starseeds who don't so much get involved in anything that's going on. They stay pretty much out of human affairs, even out of the affairs of the lightworkers and the awakened community. So some starseeds are here just to observe, to report back to their home star system. So not all starseeds are going to necessarily have a drive to outwardly serve the whole. Some are here for other purposes. And so one of these purposes is just to observe and report back. And then finally, another category that the guides have mentioned that we don't necessarily consciously see so much is that there are starseeds who are here not so much to help humanity through the ascension, although again, just being a starseed with that high vibration does support the ascension process. There are some starseeds who come to Earth to actually support their home star system. So they're here on Earth having the Earth experience, not so much to focus on supporting the human population, but to send that information back to their home planet to help their home planet, which may be struggling with similar issues. So again, these starseeds may not be so much inclined to be getting out in the fray, mixing it up with the human population. They may be here just to learn particular lessons to send that back to their home star system. So again, keep in mind that starseed missions are endless and unending. There are countless variations, and every starseed defines his or her mission for herself. So hopefully you have seen some ideas that jog your inspiration, that resonate with your intuition, and that help you figure out some ways that you can use your beautiful starseed gifts to help serve. So hope this has helped you. I'll see you soon. Bye.